All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Where's the tag? 20. 55. Man, I got you. Watch twins.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Johnson running right. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Come on, boy. 80 weapon. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. After the penalty, it's Henry. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Come on, the ball. Go. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Markevious Mingo in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
That's good for a Titans
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Get it.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Deuce. Take 4. Kill. Tighten up.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Watch the run.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check. Hey, 31.
Now Johnson. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Rush in. Check.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tannehill. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Check 41. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Tannehill. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, Sims. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready, set. 5. All day, baby, all day. 5.
Here's Tannehill. This one complete to Charles Sims. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
22 jet bomber.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go. 18 Gators.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Titans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Tannehill toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The kick by Bryant is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 99. Check 99. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Come here. Switch it.
Here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, Texans.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And an alley to run. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run high. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch.
To throw is Watson. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Set. 19. Watch the screen. Pass. He's checking. Crash. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On first down, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Get that ball. Check 3. Watch safety creep. Safety creeping.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Whoever the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jarrell Casey, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
Blue draw Corker. Check 37, check 37. Shoot.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing May have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
At the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's the backup Mariota. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. Will become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people. Tail from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah. Yeah. When I been on this magic, with the game, all out it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Fashion, had to set the bar, catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They try to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I been on this magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He's set. 19. Off the pass. Off the pass.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. The throw taken in by Sims. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ready, break.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Tannehill now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney merciless in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Set 18 Gator. Get it.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
That's good for the Titans.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Ready up.
The mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. All day, every day, any day.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Seam 7.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at about the 28. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Recon, 132 fighter. 51 to Mike.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Next to score, Cleveland 7, Texans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Come down.
Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Switch. Here we go. Check him up. Check the call. Hey, one set. Check right. 54. 55. You gonna get this boy?
To the air yet again, Watson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this was caught by Delaney Walker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Break. 41's the mic. Hey, here we go. General West. 10. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
60 or. I don't know why his team showed up. Hey, you. 41. Go.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there. And now it's 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Tannehill. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
A 50-yard attempt. Matt Bryant's on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They gonna need some therapy out there. 31! Bang, bang! Bang, bang!
Watson now to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
And the Texans first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check. 50.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And what a return as he brings us with all the way back to the 25-yard line. That's now his second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
On the set.
41 Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Got it.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part. But them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God.